special meeting of the Planning Commission on November 18th. The time is now 5 o'clock. We'll go ahead and start. Roll call, please.
Chairman Ferris?
Here.
Commissioner Hayman?
Here.
Commissioner Mondragon?
Here.
Commissioner Poxis?
Here.
4 present, we have a quorum.
We all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. Ready, begin? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda?
Move to approve.
A second?
Second.
Chairman Ferris?
Aye.
Commissioner Hayman?
Aye.
Commissioner Mondragon?
Aye.
Commissioner Poxis?
Aye.
4 ayes, motion carries.
All right, this brings us to the non-agenda public comment.
Nope.
I'm sorry? Oh, yeah, sorry. We need to approve the minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Ferris?
Aye.
Hayman?
Aye.
Mondragon?
Aye.
Poxis?
Aye.
4 ayes.
All right, now the non-agenda public comments. Persons wishing to address the commission on matters that are within the commission's jurisdiction and do not already appear on the agenda may do so at this time. Pursuant to the Brown Act, the Planning Commission may not take action on any item that does not appear on this agenda. Speakers are limited to 5 minutes. The public comment section of this agenda is limited to a total of 1 hour. Each speaker is asked to provide his or her name. Do we have any public comment? Anybody on the phone? No? All right, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. It's 5:03. This is a site plan review 25-03 Desert Valleys Federal Credit Union. Staff report?
Sorry, good evening. So this is a site plan for an expansion of the current Desert Valleys Federal Credit Union. This site is located just east of the current building. It's zoned commercial service with a general plan designation of commercial. So the site plan includes a 4,500 square foot building and parking. There is access on Ward, and there's 2 access on McLean Street. So the proposed use of the building is an office space with a community room. The building height is 22 feet. There is also an additional structure on the north side of the building that's like a covered area for one of their vehicles. So they're providing parking at 53 stalls. That also includes EV capable and bicycle parking. So all of that and the proposed use is consistent with the zoning code, and it complies with our general plan and the policies for infill, and then the compact development, because the other development in the area, and then the use of underutilized commercial area. This is some elevations of what the proposed building would look like. So the uses are, it's an executive office space, and then there's also an additional community room. So part of this, the CEQA analysis for this is that the project is exempt under the Class 3 because it's a new construction of small structures that are consistent with the zoning code. So staff is recommending approval of this site plan. The applicant is online or on our WebEx, so if there's particular questions about the development. And also, we have representatives from the business as well here. So any commissioner comments for them, they are available.
Thank you, Heather. Any commissioner comments?
No comment.
I'm going to recuse myself from this item.
Okay. Vanessa?
You don't have
I have a couple questions, and it's based off of this architect's rendering of the meeting space and boardroom and executive offices. 53 parking spaces. This room is set, it looks like 88 plus a boardroom of 10. I think the 53 would be, 53 parking spaces would be inadequate, it would seem. Heather and I just did some quick number crunching right before, and there's probably a way to get there, I'm just not sure that, how to do that.
So so just now looking at it, so the requirements for a mixed occupancy in the room would be computing the square footage for each use. So the office use, we figured was about 2,900 square feet, and then the requirement for that is one space per 300 square feet. So it's about 9, rounded up 10 parking spaces. And then the actual community room there, for that, the square footage was about 1,600. So that would require an additional 40. So there'd be 49, so it'd still meet the 53 that they're proposing would still work. But good catch, because that is not what the staff report says, but to be clear, yeah.
Okay, and so those, the square footage, is that, can we hear from the architect, is that correct, that there's 1,600 is the, or Travis, is that you? Who would best answer that question?
I don't have the.
It's very small.
I don't have the floor plan on me, so I think I would ask Jason Marriott from Cornerstone to verify office space versus meeting space for the
Yes.
respective occupancies.
Yeah, this is Jason with Cornerstone. I don't have the, I mean, that would probably need to come from the architect. I can see if I can, let me look and see if I can find the building plans real quick.
If you give me 5 minutes.
Magnify it.
Yeah, hello, this is Brian Williams here, the architect. I will look that up, but that square footage sounds very close to me, but I will get you an accurate number in just a moment.
Okay. Yeah.
We did calculate, the different uses on the site plan sheet, like Heather was mentioning. For basically the office was 15, and then the overall space for the community room at that did total of 53 spaces for the whole site. Let me just confirm the square footages for you. Okay, the community room itself is actually precisely 1,464 square feet of usable area, and that's out of the overall 4,500 square feet. So we're a little less than 1,500. So that would leave you about 3,000 for the executive office, including that boardroom and restroom and ancillary structure, and then 1,500 if we round it up for the community room.
Okay, and the requirements for the mixed use is?
The combined for the two uses, so the community room out, he said 14?
Yeah, 1464.
Just say 50.
It's still going to meet.
Yeah, so it's still going to be under, because the
Okay.
1464, it's per 40 square feet.
Yeah, that's about 37.
Yeah, And then the office space is 1 per 300 square feet.
So that'd be 10.
Okay, so we're
Yeah.
good, yeah. Again, just looking at this, just wanted to make sure that we weren't creating an issue there. So, and honestly, that's the only thing I have. I think it's a great plan, it's a great project, and look forward to having this developed in our community. Do we have any public comment?
One other thing, just one other comment I would say is, our parking standards are so old, and if you actually look at Walmart, that was what was required for them to meet the parking minimum standard. Have you ever seen the Walmart parking lot full? One day, maybe on Black Friday, that's it, maybe one day a week, so I think it might be wise in the future that we actually look into parking standards and not require quite as many parking spaces.
Okay.
Asphalt curbs, things like that are very expensive, and when you have a high parking requirement and you require more site to be developed, I think you, at times, could hinder development.
Okay,
So, might be something that the commission might want to look into in the future.
yeah. No public comment? And that-
Here you go, public comment. There you go. Hi, Eric Bruin, 208 Barbara Avenue, CEO for Desert Valleys Federal Credit Union. Thank you for reviewing it. We're looking forward to developing. Just so this is clear for the commission, this is a second ancillary building to ours, tied into a lot of it. You're concerned about the parking lot. I was going to say is there's a few dozen right next door that should be able to help carry out overflow if there is any concerns. Sure. And the front area, I think, is also part of this is the subdivide. Is that the second item? I believe is the second item. So we don't know what we're looking to do in the future. We don't know what we do in that front area, but if you have a suggestion, you know where my phone number is.
Thanks, sir. Okay, with that, I will request a motion. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I will make a motion for approval. Can I get a second?
Second.
Ferris,
Aye.
Heyman,
Aye.
Mondragon,
Abstaining.
thank you.
Aye.
Foxes. Okay. 3 ayes, motion carries.
All right. Next up, we have a parcel map waiver 25-01-Sunset Street. Consideration of an application to subdivide Lot 19, tract number 1502 into 2 parcels. APN 479-052-04, 704 South Sunset Street. Staff report?
So this item is for a parcel map waiver. What the applicant is requesting is a split of this vacant residential parcel. So it's zoned estate residential with the general plan designation of residential estate. Basically, they're just splitting it down the center. So it is estate, so the parcels have to be at least 10,000 square feet. They both meet that requirement. There's already street, sidewalk. They'll obviously have to cut sidewalk. The applicant has owned this for a while, and they do intend to build housing on it. So that is the purpose of splitting it. They can't build across the center right now because it's a utility easement. So that's why they want to split this to have 2 separate parcels, because that whole center line is a public utility easement. So just a simple waiver. It's in compliance with the zoning code, in that the new parcels are still the correct size for the zone. And of course, it complies with our general plan and that we get more housing. So staff recommends approval of this. The applicant is on the phone as well, so if you have any particular questions that you'd like to ask them, please do.
All right. Thank you, Heather. Commissioner comments, we'll start at the end. Cody?
None.
I have nothing. Any public comment? none, I would like to request a motion for approval.
I move to approve.
I'll second.
Ferris?
Aye.
Hayman?
Aye.
Mondragon?
Aye.
Hoexter?
Aye.
4 ayes, motion carries.
That will conclude our public hearings. Do we have any commissioner comments or committee reports? I know this is kind of a, sorry?
Close them at,
Oh, 5:15? 5:16?
thank you.
Cody?
In the Infrastructure Committee, Travis had already started, and we were briefed on a GPS software, and they are continuing to get some more information on that information for us. It has some very promising capabilities for the Public Works Department. It has the potential to reduce overall costs for doing traffic studies, amongst other things, and also for overall road repair in the cities using GPS data from the Internet of Things.
Thank you. Bernie?
No comment.
No.
Economic Development met earlier in the month. We discussed the opening of Ross and Wendy's and welcome them to the community. We also discussed some revitalization plan of downtown Balsam with nothing firm. Staff items, Mr. Reed,
I just thought you guys might want a little update on the pool.
please.
The pool is on the agenda for tomorrow evening for council to make a decision. Looking forward to seeing what the outcome is for that. And other than that, work is continuing on all the drainage improvements. We got about 1.5 inches of rain the other day. And I was very pleased to see that there was no standing water in French and China Lake Boulevard. So that's a plus. That means maybe one of us engineers, between Terry and I, we did something right finally. So.
Very good. Heather?
So we won't have a meeting in December, obviously, because it's Christmas week. We will be back unless I don't know if we'll be able to pull off a special meeting in December or not, just with public noticing and how that time frame works. But we will also be bringing the general plan amendments and the military area of influence in January. Consultant's been working on that, so we're getting there. And then we have hired a consultant for our housing study as well for the military workforce. So we'll be working on that too. So, oh, and we should have a GIS zoning map before we see you guys again as well.
We're finally getting out of the Stone Age.
You won't have to use a PDF anymore.
Nice. All right, we will go ahead and adjourn the meeting at 5:19. Thank you all.